What's good, Adartha? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're having an excellent day so far. Hope you had an excellent weekend. It's been going good, Adarsha. Just having a lot of fun with the streaming thing. We have streamed every day this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and now today. So very exciting stuff. Today's going to be a little short because I do have some stuff I got to do soon, in like an hour or so. But I kind of just we're gonna see. It's not really in my control at the moment. Glad to have you here though. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. That would help me out a lot. And if you would like to share it to your friends, that would be awesome. What's up, and welcome to Caleb Smith TV. This is your friend Caleb Smith, bringing you a brand new live stream. Today we're going to be playing some more Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity, of course. I hope that everybody's had an excellent weekend. I know I have. I've been having a real fun time with the streams. The gameplay is getting a little more intense, a little more fine, if you will, refined, a little more serious. Class discussion is a lot more serious these days because of how long we've spent Um, I mean, most of the time that I've spent on this game has been on stream, and I've got about 50 hours in this game, nearly 50 hours already in this Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity update. I was chilling in the Adventure Quest Worlds Discord here, the Infinity Discord to be specific. I got the mace. Woot woot. The weapon grinds are getting more intense. The streams are actually ramping in intensity because we went from just kind of walking around, wandering around, just, you know, seeing what's out there, trying to have fun, to actually becoming pretty serious with the way we're playing this game, which is what I wanted. That's what we were expecting. I know that my chat kind of covers up the inventory at the moment, but if you see my inventory here, I mean, it's just packed down with weapons. I'll go ahead and show you the weapons that we've been collecting. So, in my thumbnail, you'll see there's like 7 different weapons, I think. 7 brand new weapons. And there's actually like, really like 9 or 10. But not all of them are displayed. So I'm just going to quickly go down this list. First, we have the Spear of Zards. That is a weapon that we earned yesterday. That's one of the weapons that we've been collecting. We got the Scythe of the Forest, non-AC tag. We've got Zardbane here, one of my favorites. I think it looks pretty cool. We got Crom's Brutality of Infinity, another one of my favorites, because this is the boss weapon that we actually sort of farmed for by killing the boss over and over again in Slash Forest. We've got Axe of the Forest, which kind of goes along with the Scythe of the Forest, which I like a lot. I like the style. I like the fact that the Axe of the Forest is actually dual wield. But what I don't like is the fact that it's not AC tag for some reason. Ignore these. We have Legendary Blade of Zards, one of my favorite weapons that we've earned because it has Legendary in the name. And it actually is pretty cool. It can go with a lot of different sets based on that color code that it has. And then we've got Common Blade of Zards, which is sort of like the Legendary Blade of Zards, except for more common, which is also a cool weapon. And so that's like the 7 weapons that we've earned. And there should be, or 8 weapons that we've earned, and there should be 2 more left that we haven't got yet. And also, hold on one second, we unlocked this Infinity Baby Red Dragon yesterday as well. So that is also very cool. Very exciting. Very happy about it. The only thing is it actually took us a while to get this Baby Red Dragon. It's a little bit of a grind because you have to first you got to talk to Arya from the pet shop in order to get the quest, and then you have to go slay the red dragon and slash layer until it finally drops the egg, and the egg has a pretty low drop rate. And then also we're going to go ahead and go to Babylon. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Thank you very much for tuning in to Caleb Smith TV, everybody. Let's go to this hatch. First, we got to go to Arya, like I said, here at the pet shop. And then you go to hatch Plasma Dragon Egg. Arya's Plasma Dragon Egg. You've got a talent for finding dragon eggs. It's almost like it comes second nature to you. Oh gosh, what if you find another one by accident? Maybe the Draconians are already protecting a few? I need to get the shop ready in case we need to hatch a clutch of them. Alright. Sure, I'll go find an egg by accident. You know, by complete accident. So, now that we have that quest accepted, we're going to go to slash join layer. And you can actually find the Plasma Dragon Egg from any of these bosses. Hold on a second. I have a faulty class equipped. Let me equip a real class real quick. Let's just go for healer. You know what? We are in slash layer. Let's go for Dragon Slayer. Okay. Now, like I said, the Plasma Dragon Egg can actually drop from any of the Draconians. The Red Dragon Egg can only be found from the Red Dragon. I want to make that clear. But the Plasma Dragon Egg can be found on the Draconians. Any of them. So since there's only 2 Draconians right there, I'm not going to farm that. I'm going to go somewhere where there's more. I feel like the Dark Draconians is probably a good place to farm because there's just so many over here. So if you go up the stairs, then go inside the lair, and then down the stairs, you'll find this room with the 4 Dark Draconians. And it's not a very bad room to farm. It's sort of easy just to hit all 4 of them, to group them up, just like this. And then now you can kind of hit all of them at once. Ooh, I need that heal. Okay, nice. Okay, that was close. But we managed to take all 4 of them. One of the most important things if you're running Dragon Slayer class, I talk about it all the time, about Dragon Slayer heal. But pretty much, whenever you get your mana bar, or your, in this case, it's sort of like your energy bar. Whenever you get that halfway full, you're going to want to use that on your heal, because it really helps to sustain the Dragon Slayer whenever the Dragon Slayer is taking multiple hits from multiple enemies like we're doing right now. Kind of use that heal to help. And I don't know what just happened. I somehow completely missed my heal. And so it didn't use any energy. That was faulty. It just actually caused me to die. Did you guys see that? That was so weird. It was like, because I wasn't facing the Draconians, I had them all 4 sort of stacked up. And because usually whenever you use your Impale ability here, the 3 on the Dragon Slayer, usually it would like automatically face them and sort of like poke at them from far away. And what just happened to me is that since I wasn't facing them, it did nothing. It did put the ability on cooldown though. Oh crap. Oh crap. That was another close one. They brought me down to 99 HP. Danny Main, what's up? What's up, Anna? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's having an excellent freaking weekend. I'm sorry that the weekend's coming to an end. I'm not very happy about it either, but, you know, life must go on. The clock must keep ticking. And we always have the next weekend after this one. So, no biggie. Trying to lock in right here. I gotta pop my ultimate and just pray I get a heal. Come on, give me my heal. Yes. Yes, we got the heal. And then we got the slam. We're just narrowly managing to survive these 1v4s against the Dark Draconians, but we are managing it. Okay, we're gonna pop ult so we can use our heal. Why did that not work? It just did the same thing again. It just glitched, actually. Yep, I died because of it again. It just did the same glitch where it used my Impale ability, but it did no damage, and it didn't heal me, and it put it on cooldown, and it didn't use any energy. It just did nothing except for put it on cooldown. That's not good. 10-minute break. Nice. I really appreciate you for spending part of your 10-minute break to stop by on Caleb Spit TV. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot that I can bring you some form of entertainment on such a small break. Now, you know, it'd be really entertaining if I started getting mad about how tough this game is being right now. Give me a second, guys. I gotta do something real quick about something. There we go. My apologies, guys. I had my personal brightness, like, very low. But yeah, if I started getting pretty upset about how much I'm dying to these Draconians, that would probably be pretty funny and entertaining. I'm just trying to be chill. Okay, we need this heal. Nice. Oh no, we gotta run. I wasn't fighting all 4 of them at the same time. I was only fighting half of them. And all of them were fighting me. Let's see. I'm going for the multi-proc again. I'm going to go ahead and use my heal just to make sure it works. There went somebody named Chankster. Okay, using another heal. Nice. I wonder if it is actually using my heal, but they're just hurting me so bad that I don't even notice. They're like out damaging the heal. I kind of doubt it. I honestly doubt that. It really seemed to me like I was having a bit of a bug, which is highly likely. We are in alpha after all. Boom, heal. What kind of glitch was that? Just used all my energy. Heal, heal, heal. Okay. Dragon Slayer, something's going on. It's like my inputs have some delay on my abilities or something. I think that's why the heal wasn't working. Okay, I'm not pressing a single button until I press heal. Boom. And that's why. Okay, now I'll do something for damage purposes. There we go. Played that one pretty well. This is a bit of a grind. Is it okay if I go ahead and spit some bars here? Do whatever you want, man. I'm sitting here trying to spit some bars about these Dark Draconians. I mean, honestly, the Dark Draconians haven't done anything to me specifically. They're just a little bit strong. And also, they have something that I want. They have the Plasma Dragon Egg. Which I really need, by the way. Uh-oh. Nice. Nice. Okay, maybe we need to make sure that we are basic attacking whenever we can. I feel like I might not be basic attacking enough. Even though basic attack should be sort of automatic. Okay, that was completely wrong what I just did. Might get punished for it. Yep, we're gonna get punished for it. Dang. I pressed the wrong button. I did not press my heal. I pressed my damage instead, and I died for it. But that's kind of like a prime example of why I say that a Dragon Slayer heal is like the most important Dragon Slayer ability. It's just because of situations like this, whenever we're trying to multi-farm, doing something sort of important, you need a way to be able to sustain yourself while you're dealing all of that multi-target damage. Don't forget the basic attack. Finish him off. Nice. Dang. Still no Dragon Egg. I wonder if somebody's over here farming, and if it would be a little easier. Here's Jinkster. I don't think anybody's farming these Draconians. But if they are, I will help them. In turn, so they will help me. Maybe we can get this Dragon Egg a little faster. Okay, I guess not. I take that back. For some reason, I can't read the entire chat. Hold on a second. There we go. Talk to me about how you feel about Lilith cores and Tiffany. I'm gonna assume that these Fire Draconians drop the Plasma Dragon Egg. But what the heck is going on? Why is this Draconian over here fighting in the corner? You guys see that? What in the world? He just keeps popping up and fighting in the corner. I'm going to take full advantage of it. I'm going to hit this one. Hit this one. Yep, there goes that Draconian over there in the corner for some reason. It's kind of helping me get a free Draconian kill. I'm taking full advantage. It's pretty funny how adamant you are about the Tiffany Lilith core thing, Danny. I'm kind of like scared of doing too much trolling, because first of all, I feel like that'll ruin my reputation a little bit. Like, people won't take me serious. And this is like about the most serious thing I have going on in my life right now. So like, and I know that sounds bad, but it's the absolute truth. Adventure Quest Worlds is like the best thing I have going for me right now, guys. So like, I'm just being honest. And because of that, my reputation on the game kind of basically matters, because it's all I have. Like I said, I think the trolling, I don't know. It could, like, for all I know, like, Artix himself could see it and be like, oh, I don't like the fact that they're making up items and trying to get people, sending people on wild goose chase for items that don't exist. Those are bad people. Now, would he do that? I don't know. I don't even know. Would he have a chuckle at it and think it's funny? I also don't know. And that's a risk. That's a liability. Since it's the most important thing I got going on for me. But then again, I don't want to like, I don't want to rely on the slim chance that like Artix Entertainment actually ends up caring about like me specifically one day. If Dage, see, if I can get on Dage's good side, if I can get some reputation with Dage the Evil, and I'm talking about the real Dage, that would be pretty cool, actually. And I could definitely see Dage having a chuckle at the whole Tiffany Lilith core thing, trolling. I could definitely see Dage having a chuckle at that. Artix, he might be a little more uptight about that whole thing. Peace out, Anna. Take it easy. Artix is the most unserious person ever. They will love that. And I'm the Dage jester, so I gotta jest. Yeah, I know. Jesters gotta jest. See, that's the thing. It's like, it's okay for you, because that's like your shtick. I don't really like, I guess I don't have a shtick like that, other than being like an absolute mega fan. That is my shtick. I'm just a mega fan. So I gotta play that mega fan role. I gotta be like this, you know, I gotta play the mega fan role. If I get too crazy, bro, people aren't gonna like me, bro. Do you know how hard it is to get people to like you? Like, seriously, bro? You're not allowed to do anything. If you do anything at all, then all of a sudden somebody doesn't like you because you did that, right? I was kind of thinking about that today. I was like, bro, something like inside of my brain broke a little bit today for like absolutely no reason. I was like, bro, people aren't gonna like me no matter what. So like, I might as well just do whatever I want, because like, no matter what I do, somebody's not gonna be happy about it. So like, I might as well just do whatever I want, even if it pisses people off. Like, no matter who I piss, but you know the problem with that is that that's called being reckless. That's called going through life being reckless. That's called being disrespectful and stuff like that. Like, if you don't if you don't take heed, if you don't pay respect to other people and their wishes or their possible wishes, or be kind or be polite or stuff like that, then that could really come back on you somehow, some way, shape, or form, through karma or just real life circumstances and repercussions and punishments and judgment, all kinds of different things, really. I was just thinking about that today. I was like, but even the nicest person can piss somebody off by saying no or anything like that. Even the nicest person can piss somebody off just because they're trying to be nice, and somebody doesn't like nice people. Do you guys see what I'm saying? And because of that fact alone, you might as well just literally do whatever you want, no matter who you think is going to piss, who you think is going to get pissed. But like I said, it's kind of contradictory, because like, treat people how you want to be treated is a thing, is a golden rule. And so if you go through life not giving a hell what other people think, and you just do whatever you want, then that means that everybody else is going to do that to you. Everybody else is literally just going to do whatever. They're going to walk all over you. They're going to walk on what you love, and they're not going to give a damn what you think, because you did the same thing to everybody else, right? So that's like the golden rule. So what I'm talking about is actually called breaking the golden rule. And so that's why like my brain broke. That's why my brain broke from what I'm talking about, because it's like there is no right answer. Based on everything I just said about how you should move through life, there is no right answer. And that's what I learned. That's what I realized. That's what made me, I was like, dude, you might as well just live. If you have something you want to do, but you think it's going to piss somebody off, you might as well just do it, because you're going to piss somebody off no matter what. That's the truth. I learned that. Like, you sitting there is going to piss somebody off. So you might as well just do what you like. You might as well just do whatever you want, be how you want, get what you want, demand what you want. Ask for, and that's all to different degrees. Everything depends on the situation. I'm not saying just go be a dickhead. I'm not saying be a dickhead at all. But I'm saying, if you want to be a dickhead, then I guess you could. Because somebody's going to get pissed at you anyway for being nice. Like, what if your nicest person, what if the nicest version of you is still a dickhead? What then? You might as well just be max dickhead. Right? I don't know, guys. I was trying to figure it out. I was thinking about that today. Sorry for going so deep there. Like, I'm not saying this is stuff, this isn't just stuff I wake up and just think about on the daily. It's just stuff I think about every now and then, because I really do try to go through life, like, being as polite as possible, kind as possible. And usually the way that I'm kind and polite is by doing absolutely nothing. I won't even look at you. Maybe I look at you and I look at you for a little bit too long, and now you think I'm staring at you, and now you're uncomfortable. Guess what? The whole way I'm about to prevent that is I'm not even going to look at you. I won't even look at your direction. I'll act like you're not there so you can live in peace. That's literally how I treat everybody. I won't do anything with you. I won't affect you in the slightest, and that way there's no way I can negatively affect you, and that's the nicest thing I can do for anybody, is to literally do nothing. That's the nicest thing I can do. That's really how I feel, guys. I'm not even going to lie to anybody, bro. I really feel like the nicest thing I can do for people is nothing at all. Because if I try to do anything, if I make any action, that action's not for them, it's for me. By the way, I just got the plasma dragon egg. I just got the freaking plasma dragon egg. Let's go back to Aria and turn it in. Sorry guys for getting so deep, but it is the last day of streaming until next week, so understandable. Boy, am I glad that I prepared the shop ahead of time. Bring the egg over here. We'll be ready when it hatches. Alright, hatch this thing for me, Aria. The Infinity Baby Plasma Dragon. Nice. Did I just unlock it? There it is, the Infinity Baby Plasma Dragon. A loyal elemental dragon who will faithfully follow a hero attuned to the same element. Lightning Breath comes separately. Ooh. Check it out, guys. Baby plasma dragon obtained. This is what we have got today. Our Infinity Baby Plasma Dragon. Okay, we have one more thing that we gotta go do. We gotta slash join forest. Because there are things here that we want. Specifically, there are weapons here that we want. 2 weapons that we're missing. That we need. And I don't think we can get them from the frog surge. I think we want to get them from this room right here. Hold on a second. I definitely want to change my class. Holy crap, we just got an epic. We got an epic Thief Helm gem. I'll keep it. Okay, change class to healer. And then start dropping bombs. I actually need to equip my healer set. And by healer set, I mean mage set. Let me go do that right now to make sure I'm dealing my maximum amount of damage. There's that. Gotta equip that. Equip that. And then the Bolt Striker wings. Nice. Now we should be dropping absolute nukes on people. Talk to us about the Dage backstory. Well, what are you asking for specifically? Are you talking about like my personal history? Or are you talking about like Dage's actual lore? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about Dage's actual lore. Believe it or not. I mean, I know the very, very basic stuff. I know the fundamentals. You know, that he was the, he's the ruler of his very own Undead Legion. And that Undead Legion is actually sort of a sub-faction within the Shadow Scythe Alliance. Which is actually dope. The Shadow Scythe army. Which is now under rule of I almost said Grimpress. Empress Gravelin. Indeed. Under the rule of Empress Gravelin. And all of that is really cool. Now, how did he become Dage? I don't even remember. I know that I've completed a few different actual Dage storylines. Like, I'm not talking about quest lines. You don't learn really anything from doing Dage's quest lines. You know, for like Legion token farming and stuff. That doesn't really teach you much. What you want to do if you want to learn about Dage is you have to do the birthday storylines, the dark birthday storylines during the month of March. And I guess April as well. You want to do those storylines because those will teach you a lot about Dage, actually. And then there's a couple of storylines just like that's part of the game, like the Underworld storylines and things like that. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's just called Underworld War. It's like War of the Underworld or something. Basically, Dage versus Nolgath. Which I'm not... I played a lot of that quest line, but I am not, like, super familiar with the entire thing. Mostly because a lot of that stuff gets pretty grindy, guys. Some of it's actually pretty tough and late game and grindy. But I really should. I really should probably do some stuff on Adventure Quest Worlds. I should probably do more Dage stuff on Adventure Quest Worlds, being the president of the fan club and all. By the way, guys, make sure to use the link in the description below to join the official Dage fan club Discord server. I'll show that off right now. It's our official Dage Discord server right here, complete with rules, announcements, and commands. You can farm Legion tokens, and you can spend those Legion tokens on cool upgrades, like rolls and things like that. So do come on by, stop by, and join our official Dage fan club Discord. Because being a part of the Discord makes you a part of our Adventure Quest Worlds guild and our AQW guild. So make sure to do that if you want to be a part of our guild here on Caleb Smith TV. Also, the official Caleb Smith TV Discord server is right there in the link as well in the description. So check that out too. What's going on here? Why are my abilities not working? Run! Okay, try this again. Damage looking pretty good. My personal backstory with Dage, though, the way like I found Dage, pretty much the same way everybody else found Dage, I guess. Pretty much by going to Shadowfall. You know, back in the early days of Adventure Quest Worlds. In fact, I'm sure it's like this even now. But after you find out about the whole Chaos Lord thing from Drakath or whatever, I'm not sure at what point. Ooh, who is this guy? He has a really cool Dage set. He's coming to help me farm too, which is really cool. Boom. But pretty much whenever you whenever Drakath fought Sepulchre and Altion at the same time and 2v1 them, after that, pretty much the King Altion realizes that he has to team up with the Shadow Scythe. So literally Good has to team up with Evil in order to take on the greater evil, which is Chaos. And so in order for that alliance to form, you actually have to make your way over to Shadowfall to talk to Empress Gravelin. And sort of set that alliance up all by yourself, you know? You gotta go prove that the alliance is worthy to be had. And once you do that, you know, Good teams up with Evil. And whatever. But like I said, you go to Shadowfall in order to do that. And in Shadowfall, you find Dage the Evil. He's got his, like, very own room in there. Because he's such a legendary faction within Shadow Scythe. And so, like, I'm sure anybody... The room literally has, like, a golden arched doorway. So I'm sure anybody with a right mind, literally as soon as they went to Shadowfall and they saw that, they were like, what's in there? And then they walked in there and then saw Dage sitting there. And they're like, who the heck is this? And then you start talking to Dage, right? And I want you to imagine being like a 12-year-old kid. You walk in and you just see like this big dude. You just did this crazy part of the storyline. It's like a brand new game to you. You're having a lot of fun, you know, just doing some solo play, waiting for your friends to get online. You just walk into this golden room and you see this giant dude wearing black armor with giant skulls all over it. With like a blue light aura sort of emanating from inside his armor and inside his helm and everything. And like I said, he's massive, and he has this massive weapon, whatever. And his name is Dage the Evil, and he's literally asking you to join his massive undead legion, which is completely separate from the Sepulchre's army of darkness, completely, and Gravelin's, undead army. Two completely different things. Because the undead army is under the Shadow Scythe, but it's not the Shadow Scythe's army. It's a different. The Shadow Scythe has their very own army of like Shadow Scythe generals and Doom Knights and things, whereas the Legion has their very own Legion Doom Knights and Legion classes and ranks and soldiers, separate from the Shadow Scythe. You see what I'm saying? Under the Shadow Scythe, but technically still separate. A complete faction. Let's see what we got here. I got the Zardman Stone Hammer, and I got this random hunting spear. Guys, are these the weapons that everybody's talking about? There's no way. These are not AC tagged, and plus they don't look very good. Here, let me check out the spear. Is this the new spear? Yo, what's up, Danny? I see you repping that inside. I see that inside. And your collector class. Dude, is this the new spear? This doesn't... It's not AC tagged, so I'm like... We're supposed to get a new spear. We're supposed to get a new hammer. Check it out. Here's the hammer that I got. These aren't new. Is this new? I don't think so. The new ones are supposed to be AC tagged. But anyway, yes. Just imagine walking up to what I was talking about. Giant guy, black armor, blue light emanating from him. His name is Dage the Evil. He's asking you to join his undead legion. His legion is completely separate from the Shadow Scythe, but he's still under the Shadow Scythe. And go ahead and tell me, what would you want to do? Would you want to join that undead legion that looks freaking dope? Or would you simply turn your back and not look back, not even think twice about it? I'm going to tell you what I did. I wanted to join that undead legion. I thought it looked cool, and I wanted to wear that armor. And also, I kind of knew that it was sort of like this underground sort of a group of people with the undead legion. I would see everybody walking around with this really cool looking armor and stuff, and cool looking weapons and helmets, and they were always black, and they always emanated some kind of blue light out of them. And I was like, what is that? It looks so cool. Turns out that it was actually all of Dage's custom armors from the Undead Legion, right? To represent his soldiers. And everybody that was wearing it was just one of his soldiers representing him. Whenever I found that out, I thought that was so cool. I had to figure out how to do it myself. Turns out it was a little bit pay to win back then. Indeed, it was a little bit pay to win because you'd have to spend like 1,200 ACs. 1,200 ACs, adventure coins, in order to get in order to become part of the Undead Legion. You'd have to buy the Undead Warrior armor, which costed, like I said, 1,200 ACs. That was just for the initiation. You had to have the Undead Warrior armor in order to do the initiation, in order to make yourself part of the Undead Legion. And then once you did that, you would be claimed as an undead champion, which is what Danny has equipped right now. No. So Undead Warrior is the first armor, and then whenever you complete your initiation with Undead Warrior, you get Undead Champion, which is the armor you're wearing right now, right, Danny? Here, let me check. Yes, Undead Champion. You get that once you complete your initiation. You get this full-on armor, like you see Danny wearing, and that's basically what Dage was wearing. That's basically what Dage wears, and I wanted that undead champion armor so bad, guys. Like, you wouldn't even believe how bad I wanted it. So, of course, I had to get myself 1,200 adventure coins somehow. Which, you know, 1,200 adventure coins is probably like... Back then, it was probably about $5. Maybe like $6. $10 maximum. But still, for, you know, like I said, a 12-year-old at that time, that's still not a lot. I mean, that's still a lot of money. Like, $10 is a lot of money. But eventually I managed to get it. Managed to get my hands on the Undead Warrior armor, and then initiated myself into the Undead Legion, into Dage the Evil's Undead Legion. Became an Undead Champion. Got the armor that you see Danny wearing right now. Gained a lot of aura. Felt really cool. Got Dage weapons. Got a Dage helm. All that stuff. And then that was about as far as I got. Oh, I'm glitched. I'm dead. I didn't even realize. Okay. But anyway, yes. Got some Dage items and everything, but then I stopped doing Dage stuff. Because Dage stuff is really grindy, really hard. Not gonna lie to you. That's the whole point. That's when I realized, okay, the whole point of Dage, like the Undead Legion stuff, is to be sort of locked behind certain items that are hard to get. And then once you get those items, in order to do those quests, then those quests are just going to naturally be very time consuming and very hard. And then you finally get items from those quests, but you need multiple of those items to turn them in for the actual items that we all want. Which is those sweet, sweet Undead Legion items created by Dage the Evil. Which we got a lot of those now, you know. Once you grind them out, you get a few of those. It doesn't seem that big of a deal, but if the true OGs, for the ones that out there that know exactly what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The people that know what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to explain it in a way so those that, mostly newcomers for this game, newcomers might be able to understand. Grandma loves the Legion. Caleb would never say this out loud, but he snatched an elderly woman's purse to obtain Dage. Oh my god. I had to become a Spider-Man villain real quick in order to get my Undead Warrior armor, so that I can become part of the Undead Legion. Don't tell anybody. Alright, are we having any luck? Still no drop. Are we entirely sure that these drops are AC drops, or did I get it? Guys, I think I have the hammer. It's just not AC tagged. Hold on a second. Let me figure something out. I got the hammer and spear, but they are not AC tagged. Is this normal? Or is there another hammer or spear that is AC tagged to look for? Do they say of infinity? No, they do not. Wait, what? Does the hammer and spear have infinity in the name? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I was trying to get these weapons yesterday, too, and I was having some trouble. That's why I'm trying to figure it out. Tickled 53 people to obtain the Dage funds. Nah, seriously, the way I got the Dage funds back then was probably just asking my grandparents. To be straight up begging my grandparents. For the undead warrior armor. That's so hilarious. Not even a clash, just an armor so that I can actually do quest lines. And then as soon as I get those quest lines done, I just bank the armor and never use it again. Tithe? Release Tithe? So we're dropping. Still no weapons. Oh, here we go. Zardman's Grunt Hammer of Infinity. Okay. Zardman Grunt level 7. What do you mean Zardman Grunt level 7? My vines are growing at a substantial rate? Why does this say Zardman Grunt level 7? They're all only level 5. 5 is like... 5 is literally max level. Okay, let's go check out the spear. Let me drop a little react. Dropped by Zardman Spear, level 5. So I definitely want to fight the Spearmen, and I definitely want to fight the Grunts. Which means that really the best place to fight is where we just were. I just had to check, because that's where I've been. Can they drop right here, guys? Wait, these aren't Zardman Spears? They're called Zardman Hunters. What? Why is that guy called... There we go. Here's the Zardman Spears. Dude, why did they even make... You see this? Why are they Zardman Hunters? Why didn't they just call them all Zardman Spears so that way more of them drop the spear? Because I've been farming Zardman Hunters this whole time because they literally look the exact same as Zardman Spear. Except for they're just not. They're named something entirely different, and I just noticed. They look the exact same. No, that's a serious question I'm having right now. We're on the exact same map. Why is there two different enemies? Well, you know what? You know what? I take that back. They do it all the time. They literally create enemies and then name them different things. They create enemies that look exactly the same to each other. And then they name them completely different things and give them completely different item drops. So that they're actually different, they just look the exact same. Why do they do that? I guess because it saves time. But also I don't know why they do that. I actually don't know why they do that at all. Because it might save their time a little bit for creating different types of monsters. Without having to draw entirely new monsters. It doesn't save our time at all because, like I said, I just wasted a lot of time trying to farm a Zardman Hunter. I was going for Zardman Spears, but the whole time I was apparently fighting Zardman Hunter. Did you find a good room, Danny? I don't know if this place is... I just kind of find some Zardman spears, and I was like, okay. These guys have spears, so I'm going for them. River map. Was it a level 7? Was it a level 7 grunt? Gotta hurry. It's a level 5? I don't know why that thing said level 7. You guys see what I'm saying? I'm not getting AC drops at all. This is like a horrible grind, guys. Guys, I'm not having fun. Artix Entertainment, I'm not having fun. Seriously. This is a horrible grind just for some, like, really, really basic weapons, guys. We're talking about literal Grunt Hammer and literal Zard Spear. Okay? Literal Zardman weapons. Why? Why is it the hardest thing ever right now? Can you please just increase the drop rate on those? Like keep everything else the same. I won't complain that hard. But we're talking about super, super duper basic weapons right now that I don't care about at all. The only reason I want them is just to say that I got them. That's it. I don't care. I really, like, see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be mean right now. I'm literally not trying to be disrespectful or mean or any of that. I'm being completely honest in the sense of, like, dude, I will respect your game enough to play it and grind for it and you know, participate and take part in the event. But I'm going to need you to make it make some kind of sense as to why I'm spending hours grinding Zardman weapons. Okay? Zardmans are like the first thing that you ever fight in Adventure Quest Worlds. Nobody cares about their weapons after like 2 or... Nobody cares about Zardman weapons. Nobody uses Zardman weapons. The only reason I'm trying to obtain the weapons is because you made the weapons, and so they deserve to be obtained. But like once they're obtained, that's it. So I just have one little question: why make me take so long on it? If I have the respect to grind the weapon for you, right, for your sake, you know, to make it worth me backing this game, can you have some respect? Can you have like the same level of respect for me and respect for my time, and possibly make it where I don't have to sit here and grind for freaking hours on Zardman weapons? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to... I'm trying to think. So, I'm saying it pretty nicely. It's just my tone. I realize that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My tone is very intense right now. So basically, it's exactly what I'm going to say what I said, except I'm going to say it a little nicer. If I'm going to have the same respect for the creators of Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity to spend my time grinding on these weapons that they added because they're brand new weapons, and I appreciate them for adding them to the game, I would like them to have sort of the same level of respect for me and others and all of our time, and make it where it's just a little easier to get these Zard weapons. Hold on, it's the tone. It's a little easier to get these Zard weapons, because once we get these Zard weapons, we're not going to care about them next week. Okay? So I really don't want to spend an hour or even 2 hours trying to farm for weapons that nobody's going to care about in a week from now. It's not the part where I have to farm for the weapons. It's the part where I have to farm for an hour or 2 for the value of the weapons. It's the time in comparison to the value of the weapons that I'm very concerned about right now. My major complaint. And that's it. There we go. How'd I do, guys? Did I say that nicely? Did I actually... Because I realized that before, I was saying pretty much exactly what I was trying to say, but I was just basically yelling. And I was saying it in a way that, sounded like, you know, I was basically being very demanding and like, my opinion is the only opinion that matters. I wasn't taking things into account, so I had to like, I didn't really have to rephrase it, I just had to adjust my tone right there in order to be a little more smooth with it. Pretty much I don't want to piss Arctics off. But seriously, having some terrible luck getting these weapons, I was kind of expecting to get them relatively quickly. Just because they're so low level, like, I really don't mean this in like a mean way. I mean this in more of an honest way. This isn't like a personal opinion. This is like a real popular opinion, I guess. Because I guess it's still technically an opinion, but it's a very popular one. I can guarantee it. And it's borderline the truth. Basically, like I said, Zardmans are the first thing that you fight in Adventure Quest World. So, like, nobody cares about Zardman weapons. Okay? Now, like I said, we do appreciate that you made the Zardman weapons for us, so we can have them if we want them. And because of that, we will grind them for, you know, to have them, because you made them. But can we just increase the drop rate on these weapons? They are not worth what I'm doing right now. I can kind of guarantee that. They're just not worth the absolute slog of a grind fighting Zardman grunts over and over again just for a couple of Zardman weapons. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm trying to sort of 100% the game. Look at that, no drops. This is just a complete bust. This might be number 2 on things that make me the most angry about Adventure Quest World's Infinity right now. Right behind Mage being so weak. I get pretty angry when talking about Mage class because it's so weak right now. And I would just like them to buff it. But there's people that say it doesn't need a buff, and so that's why I get pretty angry. But right behind that has to be this. Usually, I don't even mind grinding. I mean, y'all saw me yesterday. I grinded pretty hard yesterday. And I didn't complain that much until my PC crashed. But, today, I mean, I'm having some major complaints because there's 2 different weapons that I'm looking for. And I've been working on them for, I would say, at least 30 minutes now. I haven't had any luck at all. I haven't had any luck at all, and I have stuff I gotta go do tonight. Yeah, very soon, actually. I'll sit here and grind for like another 20 minutes maximum, but after that, guys, I'm gonna have to go because I got stuff I gotta do. It's Sunday night Magic the Gathering for yours truly. So I gotta go do that. Which is, that's not a problem. The problem is the drop rates. So I pretty much, all the new weapons they added, I've got all the coolest possible ones, right? Like I said, they added like exactly 10 weapons or something like that, to my knowledge. Maybe 9. They added like 9 or 10 weapons, guys. And all of those weapons are really cool. All the weapons they added are actually really cool, except for two. Except for two of them, I would say. Two of them are not very cool because they're kind of just remakes of old weapons, and they don't really have much aura. And they should be easy to get. And those weapons are the only weapons I haven't got yet. The Zardman Hammer and the Zardman Spear. The literal two weapons that somehow I haven't got yet are the two worst possible weapons they've added. I mean, like I said, I don't like to say worst because that just sounds bad. But what I mean is just in the sense of like the value they hold, how cool they look. Are they going to make somebody actually like is somebody going to look at the weapon and think it looks cool? That's how the value of the weapon is determined, right? The lowest value weapons are the two weapons I don't have yet. The two weapons I'm literally grinding for right now. To absolute no avail, and it just makes me feel like I'm wasting my time. In the most literal sense. Makes me feel like I'm wasting, other than the fact that I'm streaming and I'm chilling with you guys and everything. I'm talking about like in the sense of the game right now. It's like I'm spending so much time basically doing nothing. I'm not gaining any experience. I'm not really gaining any gold. Not gaining any class points. I'm gaining no items. I'm gaining literally nothing. And I'm doing that for a chance, remember, just the chance to get Zard weapons. Now, if you want to make people a little happier, what I would do, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. What I would do is increase the drop rate of the Zard weapons, the basic ones, that drop from the grunts and the spearmen. I would just increase the drop rates on those. Just so like people can actually like drop them and get them and be like, oh, cool. A weapon. And then they'll try it on for a couple of minutes and then instantly take it off because they realize that everything else in the game looks better. And that's cool. That's a fine spot that's not a bad spot. What is the bad spot is what I'm doing right now. I'm wasting my time. I'm spending time to get said weapon that is worse than everything else in the game. Looks worse than everything else in the game. And I'm sorry. I know y'all spent time drawing those weapons and everything. And they're not bad weapons. The problem is they're basic. That's the whole point of those weapons. They're meant to be basic. They're meant to be the most basic enemy weapons that you can possibly get your hands on. They're not meant to be this, like, rare drop that, like, I have to sit here and spend hours on just to get. That's not cool. It might make the item, like, a little cooler, because it's like, okay, you grinded for the stupid hammer. You grinded for the stupid spear. Like, good on you, bro. Nice spear. Now go put it in your bank because everything else looks better. You know what I mean? Honest facts and truth and everything, man. I'm not gonna apologize for speaking the truth anymore. Like I'll say sorry if that sounds mean because like I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you offend people, they're not gonna want to listen to you. So like I definitely don't want to offend anybody, but like, and especially not the hardworking creators of Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity. I don't want to offend them, but like, I do want them to take what I'm saying into account and to realize, like, since I am speaking completely truthfully, this is going to be like a basis of what other players are thinking as well. My opinion is like a nice little comparison. It's like a point of comparison for what other players are probably also thinking, like a point of reference. That's why I'm throwing my complete, honest, and raw opinion out there. Is because you know, there's probably somebody out there that did the exact same thing I did, or do, or have done, or am doing, and they're probably thinking the exact same thing I'm thinking. You know, what are the chances I'm literally the only person that feels the way I feel? Probably pretty low. Probably pretty low. So that's why I'm throwing my opinions out there like that. Just, it's not, you know, it's not even for me. It's really for the creators. So that, you know, the developers can look and have a chance at seeing my opinion and say, I wonder if other players think that same thing. You know what? Let's help the people that are having this issue. Let's increase the drop rate of the Zardman weapons. Please increase the drop rate of the Zardman weapons. Why do I not have it yet? Why do I not have this hammer yet of Infinity? What's it called again? Let me check out this Discord. The Zardman Hammer of Infinity and the Zardman Spear of Infinity. Like, why do I not have it yet? I've sat here for a while killing these grunts, and I just don't have the Zardman Hammer of Infinity. I just don't have it for some reason. Do they just not drop it? And have I been led on? It doesn't make any sense to me that I have this non-AC Zardman Stone Hammer item, but then there's some random AC tagged Zardman Stone Hammer of Infinity item laying around that probably looks exactly like this, except for it's AC tagged, and it's infinitely harder to get. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Does that make sense to any of you guys? Am I just crazy? I'm going to participate in the Sunday night MTG soon. Nice. That's exciting. I feel like I'm asking real questions right now, though. Does that make any sense for me to have this non-AC tagged Zardman hammer, but there's another Zardman hammer that is AC tagged that I don't have yet, that's infinitely harder to get? Like, why? It feels like it's just to make me a little uncomfortable. It feels like the whole point is just so I have to spend extra time on the game. I don't mind spending... You don't have to, like, force me to spend my time on the game, guys. I will spend my time on the game, but, like... At this point... It's definitely shooting me in the foot a little bit. Because, like, I'm gonna have to go. I can't sit here farming this all day. Like, I had about an hour to spend on the game. I decided, okay, let's do it, guys. Let's get these weapons we haven't got yet. You've been whispering to me. Oh. Does it matter which Draconian I kill? I don't think so. The funny thing is, all the people I see showing off having those AC weapons are in River. Just a theory, but I don't really know. Dude, I heard the same thing! I literally heard the same thing, that literally everybody either got the weapons from River or Grotto. And literally nobody got it from the actual forest, bro. I'm so... If this is really what it is, man, then I'm going to chop it up as a bug. I'm going to tell everybody about it. I would be so happy if these guys just dropped me a spear right now. I was getting so... Like, seriously, guys, the spear and the hammer should not be a rare drop. Spear and the hammer should not be a rare drop. It's just a Zardman. It's a Zardman weapon. It's Zardman weapons that I'm talking about. They should never be a rare drop. It should be the most common drop in the infinity time with common infinity items, bro. Please. Please change it if it's not like this already, man. Please tell me it's just a bug. Please tell me that all I have to do is sit here and fight Zardman spears for not even 2 minutes and I will get the drop. Please. It should be that common of a drop. Seriously, it is Zardman weapons we're talking about. It is Zardman weapons we're talking about. I don't care about Zardman weapons. Nobody cares about Zardman weapons. Okay? We're talking about Zardman weapons. We don't care about... This should be the most common drop in the most common infinity drops of the common drops ever. Okay? Nobody cares about Zardman weapons, man. So please fix that. Because I'm about to end stream, guys. And I don't think I'm going to be getting the drops in time. Because they're so rare. For no reason. Wait! I just instantly got a Zardman Spear of Infinity. Alright. I'm going to be completely honest with everyone in the chat right now. I'm going to be completely honest with Artix Entertainment. I'm going to be completely honest with just everyone and everything. Okay? There is a complete problem going on where it says that there's all these new drops in Slash Forest. Bro, I spent an hour in Slash Forest. I didn't get a dime. I didn't get a drop. I didn't get no Zardman Spear of Infinity, and I didn't get no Zardman weapons, and I was losing my mind to the point where I said, we don't even care about Zardman weapons this much. And it's true, we don't. We don't care about Zard... Look at this basic spear. It took me an hour to get this. The problem is, you have to slash join River. You have to go somewhere completely other than Forest to even have a chance at getting this. Because as soon as I came to River, I get the spear. As soon as I get the River, I spent an hour in Forest grinding Zardman to get Zardman Spear. I didn't get that spear at all. I joined River, slash River, for 2 minutes. And I instantly get the Zardman Spear of Infinity, okay? That is a complete and utter total glitch. I'm letting everybody in the... I'm not going to do it on stream. But as soon as this stream's over, I'm going to the Discord and letting everybody know. Myth busted without a doubt. Now let me guess. We got to go to the grotto if we want to get the hammer. Because there's nothing but Spearman around here. There is nothing but Spearman. I appreciate you, by the way, Dan, for the suggestion. I was about to be there for a long time. In fact, I was about to just end stream. And so then they say to join the grotto. This is where I've heard that a lot of people have gotten the hammer, actually. So let me test that as well. See how long it takes me to get the hammer. It's so funny that I literally have a hammer that looks the exact same equipped. I was losing my mind about that one too. It's like I already have the weapon that I'm grinding for. Why am I grinding for it? Oh yeah, let me keep... Holy crap, I completely almost forgot to click keep on the Zardman Spear. That was a close one. Seriously, guys, why is this such a pain in the butt to get Zardman weapons? Sent me on a complete wild goose chase, by the way. To the point where I was losing my mind about it a little bit. I was like actually getting angry. But now I'm a little chilling. What do you mean defeat 14 monsters to advance? How many have I killed since I've been here? I feel like it's been a while. Come on, please drop it. No. Okay, all we need is that hammer, guys. All we need is that hammer. Dude, how many enemies have I faced since I've been here, bro? There's no way I haven't destroyed 14 of these guys. Please drop the hammer. Please drop the hammer. Because I've heard that people have definitely gotten items from here before, too. So I'm guessing this is This is where we go if we want the hammer. Okay, no way I haven't destroyed 14. Okay, this map is completely bugged. Awesome. There's probably nothing important inside anyway. I'm pretty sure it's bugged in Grotto where you don't gotta kill 14, but instead you gotta kill every mob in the room once. Wow. What an insane call out. Oh. Oh no, I think I just got everybody. Okay, it might actually be completely bugged for me. It might like legit be bugged right now. Look what we got. The Zardman's Grunt Hammer of Infinity, baby. Holy crap, I was losing my freaking mind about this. So, literally, problem, guys, problem. I spent an hour in Forest grinding for Hammer of Infinity, the Zardman Hammer of Infinity, and the Zardman Spear of Infinity. Didn't get it. I go to the river for 2 minutes. I get the spear instantly. I come to the grotto for about 5 minutes. I get the hammer. That's how it should be. Now, why is it not like that in the forest? Why can I not get those items from the forest? It's obviously a bug. I gotta go let Arctics Entertainment know about this ASAP. I gotta let everybody in the Discord know about this, and I'm posting this in the Arctics Entertainment Discord server ASAP. And Adventure Quest Worlds, Infinity, Yolgar, everywhere, feedback notes, everything. I gotta go do that just to make myself feel better, because we just wasted like 30 minutes of our life, at least like 45 minutes of our life. That's my apologies, guys. I'm gonna have to go ahead and wrap this stream up. Let's go to the house. I appreciate you, Danny, for being here, chatting, and everything. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in today. All right, we can log out. Wait, I wanted to do the full look through. So if we look at our weapons, oh yeah, give me this. If we look at our weapons, here is our common blade of Zards. Here's our legendary blade of Zards. Here's our dual wield axe of the forest. Here's our Crom's Brutality of Infinity boss weapon. Here's the brand new Zard Bane that we got. Here is the Zardman's Grunt Hammer of Infinity that I was losing my mind about. Okay, I need to make a quick point out here. I said that the Zardman's Grunt Hammer of Infinity looks exactly like Zardman's Stone Hammer. And that's because they do look very similar. But if you look at the Hammer of Infinity, you'll notice that it actually has a lot more detail going on. It has like different shading, and actually has like different detail on it, which is kind of cool actually. So I'm glad that at the very least it looks different, but I still stand on the point that like once people get these weapons, they're not going to care about them anymore. So I was losing my mind about that a little bit. It took me way too long to get those weapons. Here's our Scythe of the Forest, one of my favorite weapons that we've acquired. Here's our Spear of Zards. And then finally, our Zardman Spear of Infinity. Oh, whoops. Our Zardman Spear of Infinity. Which, those are the latest and greatest weapons that they've added. And then the brand new the Thrall's Axe with the brand new effect on it. the brand new red glowing cosmetic effect or whatever that's called. The aura effect, red aura effect. Got your plasma dragon pet. Yes, some visual effects would be nice. Fish aura, that sounds dope. Water or fish, make it like catch fish whenever you hit enemies with it. It like makes a fish pop out and go to your character, but it doesn't actually do anything. What rarity is the spear? There is no rarity from what I can tell. Oh, I guess it's common. I guess it's literally common. Along with the hammer. The hammer and the spear are both common, which is exactly how they're supposed to be. But the problem is that there's been a mistake and you can't actually get them from the forest because, yeah, obtainable forever. I just wanted them to say, hey, I grinded for them and I got them. But like I said, guys, you cannot get them in the forest, apparently. Apparently, they're basically impossible to get in the forest. I spent a long time in the forest trying to get the hammer, the AC tagged hammer, and the AC tagged spear. I just could not get them. Can I place items in the house? Uh, yeah, I can definitely place items in the house. Can I save the house? Nope. Still can't save. Okay, that's fine. Well, guys. Oh yeah, let me show off the baby red dragon from yesterday. We got the platinum. I mean the not platinum. The Infinity Baby Plasma Dragon. We just unlocked that today, and then the Infinity Baby Red Dragon, which we unlocked yesterday. Very cool. I like the Plasma Dragon. A little bit more rare, probably. Very nice. But yep, I guess I'm now going to bring the stream to an end now that we have completely caught up. Nice, we've done it. I can go play some Magic the Gathering now. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Danny, thank you for being a part of the stream once again. I hope that everybody has an excellent week ahead. Because obviously I'm not going to be streaming throughout the week. I'm going to be waiting for Friday again, waiting for the next update. And until then, guys, I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I hope that you have a good one. This has been your friend Caleb Smith, signing